So as you were showing us the one that you had designed that had kind of like the grayish blue, yeah, the COM 101 public speaking sign. I went to the other example that was the class that has got like the yellow bright button. And let's say later on, I decide I don't like that design and I want to go more with what you're showing us. Can I do it so it just migrates over, or would I have to reset up the whole thing?
Well, you have two options. If you want to change the general aesthetics, what you could do is you can click on themes. I think for this, I think I'm using something called Aristotle. I'm using impression, I think. So if I can click, like, if I want it to look different, I might use the level theme or the impression theme. To your other question on having to migrate content from one site to another or just changing things entirely, what you could also do is you could also just make a copy of it. So if I click make a copy, I could also like choose specific pages and then sort of integrate that into a new thing, because I might decide, you know what, I don't really like how any of this works, so I'm just going to change everything else. But I think those are the two ways. The first way is you can use a theme, or you can use a custom theme as well. You can build a custom theme. The other thing would be to either make a copy or try to take certain pages and move them over to a different Google site.
Okay.
I have a similar question. So I'm looking at the publish button. So in order for your whole class to see it, you recommend publish versus keeping it private and only sharing it with certain people, or only adding a link. So only if you have a link, which is semi-private, because of course students can get the link out, but
Yes.
like who cares about your syllabus besides your students? What are the levels kind of like that? Yeah.
Very good question. So you have different publish settings. So if in the, actually, just let me publish this right now. Let me publish this, right? Return to editor. So once a site is published, you can go to publish settings and does it manage? Sorry, give me 1 second, Maria. Where is that? Views site. So there is a way to change it so that way only people with the link could like view it. Okay, so there are 3 levels of publishing. Number 1 is that you don't publish, where like nobody on the internet can access it at all. The opposite of that is just making it totally public, in which anybody could like find something. So I might want to Google English. And I might want to say Google site. So people would find that. The other option would be, and I can't find it right now, but I know it's a setting. There is a way to change the setting so that way, even though it's published, it does not appear in any Google search result. I apologize, I don't remember that off the top of my head though, but there is a way to do that. Does that help a little bit?
Totally, thanks.
No problem. Oh, by the way, Sarah, did you still have a question? Okay, cool. All right. The next thing is, so I'm just going through. For those of you who might be sort of, who might feel overwhelmed, I apologize. How about the rest of you? How do the rest of you feel? Can I get some like thumbs up reactions or things again? Judy, how you doing? Yes. Okay, cool. I love seeing that type of stuff. That makes me real happy. Like, I think that's I don't know where this reaction is because I mirror my image. It's somewhere like above my fingers though. Okay, so once you have your site and you publish it, that's the first part. So step 1 done. Step 2 now is about how do you put it on your Canvas page? Because some of you asked earlier about how it integrates. The way it integrates is by putting it in the course navigation menu. So let me show you how to use the redirect tool on Canvas. Just let me log into my Canvas course. I should have set this up before. What is my password? Give me 30 seconds. I have a password manager. I need to actually like look up what my password is. Okay, there we go. Okay, sweet. I am in. Let me like reshare my screen. So let's say, so now I'm in my Canvas shell. And what I want to do is, I'll just use this one because this class has not started yet. So let's say that I want to add my liquid syllabus. Now, I might have my regular syllabus, but I want to add my special liquid syllabus. So what I'm going to do is, if I go to publish, or return editor. Oh, I want to copy the link. So from right here, I'm going to click the link, copy link button. And then now I'm going to go into my Canvas shell, and I'm going to use the redirect tool. I'm going to go to settings. And in my settings, I can go to the apps tab. And then from there, I want to search for the redirect tool. So I'm going to type in redirect in the search box. And then boom, here it comes. So again, the redirect tool lets you add links as external web sources that show in your course's navigation menu. So even though I have home, announcements, grades, module, syllabus, I might want to add my own special link in the course navigation. So I'm going to click on the redirect tool. And from here, I want to add the app. For the name of what my link is, I might call it Alex's Liquid Syllabus. A bit long in my opinion, but there we go. And what I'll do is I will paste. Oh, let me go back to this. Copy publish site link, copy link, and then now I go to here. So I've pasted the specific link to the Google site in the URL redirect box. And I want it to not only force open in a new tab because it is an external link, I also want it to show up in the course navigation. So now I'm going to click add app. You don't see anything right now, but let me go back to home. And boom, now you see in my course navigation menu on the bottom, it says Alex's Liquid Syllabus.
Whoa. That's
Yeah. Oh, how many people's mind did I just blow?
cool.
So, okay, good. One person learned something, 2 people, yes, 3 people learned something. I'm gonna blow your mind even more like with this. So it's all the way at the bottom. I don't want it to be at the bottom. I think my stuff is really important and I want it to be better. I want it to be the first thing under the home page. So if I want to move things in my course navigation menu, in my settings, and some of you might know this, I can go to my settings and in the navigation tab, here are the items that are visible to students. And if I want my liquid syllabus to be like one of the first things that they see, because I like everything being like in alphabetical order, you'll notice it says announcements, grades, module, syllabus. I just like things like being A to Z because I still sing the alphabet to know where certain letters are. So I've sort of moved everything around and I can click save. So now if I click on my liquid syllabus, what's going to happen is to visit the URL, click the button below. I'll click open a new tab and boom, now it shows up on this. If a student is on a cell phone, let me manipulate my my browser. So again, it's liquid in the sense that it moves. So if a student is also on a cell phone, it might look something like this. And I like using this because the navigation design is the same as Canvas. So in the same way, Canvas has like the 3 lines to like navigate the course. They could also click on the 3 lines and they can see different aspects that I have on here. Sorry, let me go through the rest of my.
So what to ask,
Yeah, sure.
when you're in your Canvas page, there's still a Canvas syllabus tool.
Yes.
is there a way to add the link in there? Because I think for ADA purposes, somehow they've decided that we have to use the Canvas syllabus
Oh,
tool.
the easiest way in my mind, so to your question on how can you add your liquid syllabus onto the preset syllabus page on Canvas?
Just
In
add
my
it.
mind, the easiest answer would be to, again, just copy the link to your Google site. And then in your syllabus page, you would need to edit, like, and let me just add things. So I'll say Alex's,
Right, just put in a link.
yeah, my Alex's liquid syllabus. And then from here, if I want to add a hyperlink to this, so I'm going to
Right.
highlight my text, Alex's liquid syllabus, because I want my hyperlink to have context for it. Then I'll click on the hyperlink, the link button, and I want to add an external link. And then right here, I would just paste in the site.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, you could like, you used to be able to actually like embed the whole Google site on the page, but Google stopped allowing that because now that they have their own learning management system, now that they have like Google for Education, and that's like a paid product. I mean, that is only me speculating. I think that might be why they stopped doing that, or it might have been an issue, like you said, Mira, with ADA compliance. That might have been like a web page 3.0 accessibility issue. Okay. So from right here, there's really nothing else I have to teach all of you. I'm going to give all of you this remaining time right now in this Zoom meeting, start working on your own liquid syllabus. I'm going to be here with you for the process. If you want a link to examples of other liquid syllabi, let me know. If you want to sort of share your screen and I could walk you through how to add certain things, I can do it. But for the remaining, let's say 20 minutes until about 1:10, I'll give all of you time to work on a liquid syllabus. And if you need help, I'm here. Sound good? Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate those reaction feedbacks. Cool. You do you. Oh, yeah. What's up, Sarah?
Can you show me again the original site that you had with the COM 101 and I like that particular theme, and I think it came with like a standardized image, but I can't seem to find it when I'm looking at Google Sites right now. Like I found a bunch of other pictures and things like that, but I can't find that one.
I might have done, let me see. Let me open up the template. So I'm gonna like sort of walk through my own thought process. So it wasn't Help Center because I don't like pictures of buttons. I don't like that visually. I didn't like the event or class because I don't like the color yellow generally. I'm more of like a red blue type of person. I might have done no, was it team? I think the original theme I used was team, either that or project.
Okay, I'll try that out. Thank you.
Yeah. But again, one of the things is like I would change things a lot. And I personally, my stuff used to be like really simple. I think before when I was using Google Sites, because I teach a lot of dual enrollment, like I just had something very simple, like some blue, some pages, things like that. Yeah, what's up, Stacy? You have a question?
I do. I have a liquid syllabus and I add the link on, but I also, my department asked for a PDF of our syllabus. Is there any way you could do a PDF from a Google site?
That is a very good question. I've never done that before.
I know the only thing that I could do, because you can only do page by page, was to, you know, and then you have to have an editable PDF, which I don't have.
Yeah.
So I still do the paper syllabus as well.
Thank you
The
for asking that
simplest-
question, Stacy. I actually, Alex, I got an email from another faculty who wanted to come but couldn't make it. And she had that same question since she has to turn it into her department. So she was
So-
wondering how to create the PDF that looks like how the viewer would see it, but in that
Right.
PDF form.
Hard question, because it's a web tool. Okay, so there is a way to make it a PDF. That's a little bit more work. Oh, also I'm gonna lower your hand, Stacy, but if you have another question, raise your hand. So what you could do is, hold on, like, let me look at my site right now. And let me share my screen. Off the top of my head, give me 1 second. Oh, sweet. I think I did something that made my web browser crash. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. So the common way, the most basic way you can take a web page and turn it into a PDF. Let me share my screen right now. And this is like, you could do this on any website. So I'm on Windows computer. I'm going to right click on this web page. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click the print button, because I want to print out the content. Now, if this is a PDF, it would look like this, like if I wanted to physically print it out. And if I want it to be a PDF, for the destination, instead of saying a particular printer, I would click Save as PDF. So if I wanted to save an actual electronic version of this, again, I would just, and you can do this on like any web page too. So
Right.
Yeah.
So my department asked for only one PDF and I have multiple pages on my Liquid Syllabus.
oh, that would not matter. So even, because I'm the same way, right? With my Liquid Syllabus, I have multiple pages. It'll still print, or on the PDF, it'll still do all the pages that you have. The formatting might look weird though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but in terms of like what it would look like, my Liquid Syllabus, were I to save it as a PDF, would look like this.
So you're doing a print as
Yeah,
okay. So a right click print as,
yeah. So right
PDF.
click print.
but you're on the home page is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was doing that, but I was doing it per page because it was only giving me per page.
Oh no, that shouldn't be an issue. So
But I was doing it on the actual Google, like you're printing the whole page
oh no, if you do
instead
save
of
as,
being on this.
yeah, if you do save as PDF, that should actually, yeah, you're right. You are right. That is happening. That is a problem. You may have given me homework. I need to figure out how to print everything.
I can actually answer this one. So through the LA Community College District, you should have access to the Adobe Creative Cloud, which means you have access to the full version of Adobe Acrobat. And when you're in Adobe Acrobat, you can create a PDF of an entire site and it will spider through all the sub-sites. So basically you need to make sure and get set up in Adobe, download Acrobat, and then it's literally an option in the file menu. It's file, create a PDF from web page, and it'll go through and do it for you.
How do we get the Adobe through LACCD?
You should already have it. It's funny because I just logged in to make sure that I had the enterprise version, and yeah, it just says that I have an enterprise version. So let me double check and see how I downloaded that, but it's super, super useful. Just having the full version of Acrobat makes my life so much easier for a million things. So
Yeah, I just paid for it, and I was like,
oh no.
what? Yeah, but I'm on a month to month, so I can always cancel.
Yeah, let me double check where I found that, because
Okay.
let me see, hang on.
Oh, this might be a good, by the way, Brady, just as an aside, this might be a good idea for another workshop series, how to use district distributed tools. Because I have, like you, I have never used Adobe Acrobat. I've worked for the district for like 6, 7, like 5, I think 5 years. I have never used any online tool. When I was a student, and one of the reasons why I like using Google products is because students likely have Google accounts. So I've used Google my entire life. So for me, I like using Google products for pretty much all of my pedagogy. But thank you so much, Jake. I really appreciate you saying on how you can use Adobe Acrobat to download stuff. Man, this is great.
Yeah, I'm looking in my email and I got an email about this back in 2019, hilariously. So I don't know if you try logging into adobe.com using your LACCD email address, it might prompt you to do the system-wide login, which would get you into it. But we do have an enterprise license, so don't pay for that.
Also I was trying to look for the email too, Jake, because I know I had gotten something a long time ago, but also try your school's email address. I know one of them, I have to log in using ELAC, and some things I have to log in using LACCD, and they don't both work. So keep in mind if you have to try both. I can't remember which one it is for this. Because we also have access to like Photoshop, all of those, that whole Creative Cloud suite. So I think it's an underused resource that we have for free.
Actually, in mine, it looks like my login is with ELAC, not with LACCD. So you might try your college specific.
Thank you so much.
Also, Nora, I see you turned your mic on. I don't know if you did that on purpose, Nora, but you have a hot mic. Okay, no problem. See, look, I'm one of those teachers like I observe every little thing. Yeah, so for those of you who are just joining us, I'm sort of giving all of you time to work on your own Liquid Syllabus. If any of you who are currently working on oh, did I turn on live transcripts? Oh, sorry. If any of you are currently working on your own Google site right now, if you have a question and you want me to sort of walk you through something or talk you through something that you're stuck at, please let me know, because I am here for you. Or if any of you have any other questions. I love going off in tangents. I'm a terrible teacher. Yeah, what's up, Ellen?
Can you go back to where you created the frequently asked questions? I see where you would type in your question and then you put your photo in, but I missed what you did before that.
Okay, so let's say that. So if I'm in the editing mode for my site, and let me just so if I wanted to add a page, because here are the ones I have so far. If I want to add a page, I can, again, here on the toolbar menu on the right-hand side, I can click new page and I can then name the page and then hit done. So right here in my frequently asked questions page, if I want to add stuff, I think somebody asked a question that I never added onto this one. Office hours. So let me put, so from this area, if I want to add another question, I'm going to go to insert, and I want to insert the image and text layout. So, right, I want to insert an image and text box layout. So the question is, what are your office hours? And then from right here, what are my office hours? If you are reading this during the spring 2022 semester, my office hours are Mondays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Zoom. And because this question is about office hours, I want to add an image. Oh, that's what I'll show you next. So I want to add an image. So I'm going to add image. I'm going to select an image, but I want to do a Google image search. So I'll say office. And I will put this picture of this strong, independent person, because this woman, she looks like a boss to me. And I'm like, I want to project bossness, and boom. But I have these images but for people who are not visual learners, they don't see this. So if I want to add alternative text, I would click on an image, and right here with the little pop-up menu with editing options, I want to add alt text. Because all of these are decorative, I'm going to click on, this is a decorative image. So that way a screen reader will not say that there's just a picture. It will just skip it. And I'll hit apply. But let's say I did want to add alt text to this. So again, I'll click on the picture. I'll click on the more editing options and I'll click add alt text. And I might want to describe it as really expensive textbook and then hit apply. So that is how I would add things to certain pages. Did that answer the question, Ellen?
Yes, thank you.
No problem. Oh, very good question. Where can you find examples of liquid syllabi? You could go to, sorry, I need to bring it up. So design. Let me copy this link and put it in the chat. Examples of liquid syllabi can be found at this. Good question. Technically, no. So the list of examples can be found publicly. So the link I put in the chat is a link to a Canvas course called Create a Liquid Syllabus. The original person who sort of made this, coined the concept and the sort of and the implementation, Michelle Panaski-Brock, has a public Canvas course. And in this Canvas course, there is a page of examples of liquid syllabi. And all these are public right now. So let's say one of you is an English teacher. So Colleen Calt at Cerritos College has an English 100 class. So I'll open this link. And this is what her liquid syllabus looks like, where she has the navigation on the left-hand side. She's got the picture of the college. She has a little welcome video of herself. And she has all these things. But if you want to know where you can get, sorry, I rant a lot. If you want an example of liquid syllabi, you could go to the public Canvas course, Create a Liquid Syllabus, and go to the examples page. Does that help? Oh, Philemon, was that sort of your question? Again, and if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please let me know. Okay, thank you, Young, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, yes, technically, yes. So this page is on Canvas. I think, and it's a public course, so you do not need to log into your account or anything like that to access this, because this has been published not only on the Canvas Commons, but in terms of, I think, the copyright that you noted in the publication of it, it's also, this is an openly licensed Canvas course. But if your question is it anywhere in your course listing as a faculty member? The answer is no. You would have to go out of your way to find this. You are very welcome. Yeah, we are doing fantastic, everybody. Oh my goodness. All right, so while y'all are working on that, any other questions? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because screen sharing uses up a lot of data. That's what's up. See, that's why I became a teacher. I didn't become a teacher so I could change people's lives. I became a teacher so people can tell me how good I am at stuff and how smart I am. Like, I was one of those people like, ooh, you're really good at school, Alex. Like, I was one of those people who had a lot of potential growing up. I probably should not be saying this. This is being recorded. This sounds really bad. Man, see, this is how you get counted. Okay. Also, if you have any other questions about using Canvas or Google Tools or anything like that right now, I'm here ready to help. If any of you are working on stuff, keep going. Don't let me stop you. I'm just going to stand here awkwardly for another 5 minutes. Because the rest of this workshop is like sort of like the ask me anything aspect of it. And I'm really bad at ending classes. So this is sort of like how I end class. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm done teaching everything. I'm going to go AFK for 1 minute. By the way, yeah. Any other Canvas things? I would love to keep blowing people's minds and stuff. Ooh, okay, somebody asked me privately, give me 1 minute to like read it. Oh yeah, so the person who just asked me, so is it okay that you only have a regular syllabus on your Canvas course? Absolutely. Even though I use a Liquid Syllabus, I also, again, and let me share my screen. I also, for my syllabus, aside from having like my Liquid Syllabus, I do use the regular like syllabus page where I just have everything in here for students to access. So, and the information is like pretty much the same. I use the Liquid Syllabus to give students a general idea because it's how I can give them a good first impression. Because for my online courses, if a student has never logged into Canvas before, if I send the announcement and if I send them the link to this Liquid Syllabus, they could access that a lot easier. So that way, if I wanted to teach them how to use Canvas, I might want to have a page about that. But to your question on, is it okay that you're using a regular syllabus? Absolutely. My hope, though, is that in order to make your class more sort of have a greater sense of social presence and to be a little bit more culturally responsive, is to maybe take some of the concepts on just how to add things. So, for example, I like memes. I'm a weeb. I like anime. So I have pictures of anime characters. I have GIFs on my very basic syllabus because I want to give students the impression that I am young and cool, which is really not true. I'm a very nerdy person. So I try to use dank memes. But yeah, but you could do this. You could do that on the syllabus on Canvas itself. That is still an option. And for the person who just, I am so glad that you are learning stuff. Yes, it's fantastic that's new to you. I would not have known any of this stuff were it not for the teaching and learning series at ELAC. So give it up to Brady and everybody else who works on that because like it's stuff like that, right? Like we teach each other.
And this is our inaugural spring training. So thanks for kicking it off, Alex.
Yeah. Oh man, somebody who just asked me in the chat, does it get easier? Oh. If you like it, then yes, because you're right. There is a really big learning curve. Oh my goodness, Ruth, be safe. Sorry, I see you turned your camera on. I see you're in your car. Like, please don't be driving and like learning. I tell this to my students all the time. Don't drive and learn.
I'm parked. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so somebody else asked me that for some of you, this is a little bit overwhelming. I totally get it. I have a very bad habit with that. I very much apologize. If some of you do want to have like a Zoom session outside of this workshop, number one, I would encourage you to please join any of the other teaching and learning workshops for the teaching and learning series. I am a very sad person. Like I do all my classes like pretty much remotely at my house, except for like when I'm on campus 1 or 2 days a week. I am more than happy to Zoom with any one of you outside of this probably after like 4 p.m. because like I pretty much have finished teaching Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m. So if any of you do want to hit me up, email me at dejanad@laccd.edu. I'm more than happy to Zoom with any of you if you want me to walk you through this more one-on-one, or you have questions about how to use other online technology tools. Oh no, you're all very welcome. Like if anything, that's indicative to how sad my life is. Like, oh my God, like I don't teach today. Oh, I needed to find something to do today. Like, so I need to do everything I can to teach more. What's up, Sarah?
So I was looking at the Canvas Commons and I just tried typing Liquid Syllabus into the general search engine. And of course, this thing that you sent us with that long list of all those different sites just didn't come up. I'm wondering if, I mean, I have to use that link that says cconlineed.instructure.com to get to that list, obviously. But
let me-
the obvious, I don't know, easy to find in the Commons.
Sarah, I actually just Googled it because I don't know if that's actually the Canvas Commons. I think that's on the Canvas parent company. So it might not pop up on the, and it's a very clunky search engine too, I feel like.
Okay.
So when I Googled it, I did something like Liquid Syllabus Canvas or sample, something like that. And it came up and then I found it that way too, because I was curious just in terms of finding it if you do happen to lose the link. So it did come up through Google.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I teach my students how to use Google like all the time. Heck, I technically don't do my job because I don't know, because I know Sarah and a couple of you who teach English, you teach how to do research skills on the college's library dashboard and search engines. I'm like, you don't have to do all that. I tell my students, just go to Google Scholar. Here's how you do specific. In fact, I'm gonna show all of you that. Okay, let me share my screen. So let's say you want to find something specific on Google. So I want to find a liquid syllabus. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, in quotation marks, I'm going to put liquid syllabus and I'm going to hit sites.google.com. Because by using the quotation marks, I'm pretty much telling Google, I want you to find exactly what's in these quotation marks. And then by using the search operator site : I only want things to pop up on that particular web page. In this case, it would be just any Google site. So you could find liquid syllabus, or you might want to find, if I want to find stuff about public speaking, I might want to, in quotation marks, search public speaking. And again, I want to specifically search for things that are published on Google Sites. So I'm going to go site : sites.google.com, hit search. So boom, here are other publicly available things related to my discipline of communication studies. And I'll stop sharing again because that used like screen sharing uses like, I don't know, 26 megabytes of data of like, I think a minute or something like that. Okay, it is 1:15 now, approximately. I'm going to wrap things up. If any of you have any questions, Ruth, you turned your camera on for a reason. Like you want to talk, we could have a chat. Brady, am I supposed to give like a survey right now? Because I'm pretty much done. I don't know what to do anymore.
No, I have a really quick question though. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. It seems like really best practices to maybe incorporate this, or at least try to figure out how to incorporate this. I'm wondering if this would be appropriate, or incorporating your presentation or this workshop into like the our EOI committee or other online committees.
Maybe. Okay, simple answer, Ruth. That sounds like a good idea. Other answer, I'm a part-time faculty member and I'm not on any committees because I was a freeway flyer. Now I'm like now I'm a Zoom flyer in order to like keep up with all these low enrollments and everything. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah and Judy, for laughing. I appreciate that. Y'all know, being a part-time faculty member, that is a struggle. But I think personally, speaking for myself, I think ELAC is already doing like a really fantastic job in terms of equity and culturally responsive teaching practices and a lot of the professional development that ELAC has. Because I learned this when I first started at ELAC like 5, 6 years ago. Wait, maybe 2, 3 years. No. I went to a workshop about this 3 years ago.
I know Ruth also in Nora's cultural curriculum audit, she teaches this as well. So I know they're trying to incorporate, and I believe the summer series that we do for teaching and learning has started incorporating that as well. So I'm not sure on a wider, I think it is a great idea for other, wider initiatives to take it on as well and spread the word. So hopefully, I mean, we got great attendance today, so that's a good sign. And then I did also put the survey link in the chat. So if you are wrapping up, I really appreciate everyone coming. This is our first workshop this spring. I will email that and also the slides later this afternoon for everybody. But please help us out. If you do want a part 2, I know Anna mentioned that and a few other people. So that's really helpful to get that feedback in our surveys.
Yes. Also, as an aside, are any of you new part-time faculty? And you can give me a thumbs up or you can put something in the chat. If you are a new part-time faculty member, it's very important. I want to note that as a faculty member at the Los Angeles Community College District, there are flex and professional development obligations. So if you want to make sure that you do not get a pay cut, because part of our pay is based on the assumption that we do professional development or our flex obligations, faculty learning, and I forgot what the rest of flex meant. So if you're a new faculty member here, make sure to try to input this in the Vision Resource Center.
Yeah, so everyone who attends, if you registered on the VRC, I will put that in so you get credit already. So if you've registered in the VRC, you'll get the flex credit for today.
Oh, and by the way, Judy, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to teach about like part 2 of this. I mean, I could teach some of you how to do like coding, how to do certain, like how to do HTML stuff on like a Canvas page. I know a lot of tech things. I have a lot of basic skills on a lot of tech things. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of my workshop. If you're good to go, I guess go ahead and leave the meeting. Thank you so much. Make sure to complete the survey, please. I'm going to keep this meeting running if any of you have a question. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate that thumbs up. I like that. Thank you, Robin. I like that positive. Sarah, that was the one. Thank you, Judy. I like the clapping. Like, wait, I can never do this with my class. I'm always really bad at like orienting my hands. There we go. Heart.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
Alex,
Yeah,
I have
so-
a question.
Oh,
I know some basic HTML. I would love to take, to learn a little bit more. If that's an option for our teaching and learning series.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think it's a good idea. I personally do very basic code, very basic coding for the purposes of just making the interface for my courses a little bit nicer. So from a pedagogical perspective, I can teach you some HTML code that you could just copy and paste onto your own pages. So that way the layout of your Canvas pages are just a little bit nicer. And
Yeah,
if we don't have a workshop for that, I'll just we can just Zoom about it. I'll show you. It takes like an hour to teach.
Yeah, I learned on my own because I'm a visual person. So I just did kind of Google, and then, yeah, I did copy and paste just to make like tabs and buttons and stuff. But I would love to learn a little more.
Yeah. I'm going to type something in the chat. You should check out, because the way I learned, I'm the same way. I never did any coding until COVID hit. And thanks to the YouTube channel, Canvas Queen has great tutorial videos for how to use HTML coding to improve Canvas pages. So I use one called Canvas Queen, and let me share my screen. I'll just show you. So YouTube Canvas Queen. Watching her tutorials on how to edit pages, she's very visual with it. Everything is very nice. I'm gonna keep the sound off. for like adding tabs, I pretty much use this. So a lot of my things, for almost every one of my pages, I use tabs to just help things look a little bit nicer. So yeah, like I totally feel on how do we improve the user experience for students? I think that's a
Right.
really